Let's try this example where we have C is a 2 by 2 matrix, -6, -30, 5, 25. We're asked to find its inverse. Remember, we have the formula for 2 by 2s. It's 1 all over AD minus BC times the crazy matrix where we flip-flop A and D and we negate on the backswing -B, -C. Here, labeling in the original A, B, C, D, we find out that A is -6, B is -30, C is 5, D is 25. So if we just first concentrate on AD minus BC, what's going to be under the fraction? We would have -6 times 25 minus, because it's always minus, B, which is -30 times 5. Notice that I'm taking this from the original. I have not done anything with the crazy matrix. I haven't changed anybody's signs. If you do this step by step, you would have -150 minus -150. Or you can plug it into your calculator directly. -6 times 25 minus -30 times 5. You should wind up with 0. So if we're looking at our formula, we would have 1 all over 0 times our crazy matrix, which we haven't even done yet. But it doesn't even matter because the 0 in the bottom. Remember, when AD minus BC is equal to 0, that means that C inverse doesn't exist because we cannot divide by 0. I know you're like, yay, I want more problems like that. So, doesn't exist. D, N, E does not exist. Let's try another example. Spoiler alert, this guy does have an inverse. Okay. So if I were to label these guys, we would have A, B, C, D, and our formula is D inverse because that's the name of the matrix we're working with this time. 1 all over AD minus BC times our crazy matrix where D and A flip-flop and we negate on the backswing. Okay. So if we were to plug in and do AD minus BC, we would have 15 times -8, so A times D, minus B, which is -12 times 9. The 15 times -8 gets you -120, and then the 9 times 12 gets you 108, which means that we get a -12 for AD minus BC. Okay, so that means that we are now looking at 1 all over -12 times our crazy matrix. Crazy matrix says that A and D flip-flop. So the -8 comes up, the 15 goes down to the bottom right. And then we change the signs on the backswing. +9 becomes -9, and -12 becomes +12. And then remember, we need to multiply by the scalar. So we're going to divide everybody by -12 or multiply by 1/12, however you want to look at it. So I am going to do the intermediate step and then we'll simplify. We would have -8 all over -12, 12 all over -12, -9 divided by -12, and then 15 divided by -12, showing our multiplication by a scalar. And then we would need to simplify. Keep in mind that you need to keep simplified fractions. Don't use decimals unless the problem asks you for decimals. So we get the inverse is equal to -8 over -12 gets us 2/3. 12 over -12 gets us -1. -9 over -12 gets us a positive 3/4. And 15 over -12 reduces to -5/4. And we wind up with an inverse of a 2 by 2, that is 2 by 2.